Hi there, and welcome to the Cow Emporium. Yes, today's episode is going to be a cooking video by Annette. I just wanted y'all to know that we still do eat around here, and it's not just all about cows. Actually, I wanted to feature some of our homegrown ingredients today. This, in fact, is a Kabocha pumpkin. It is a Japanese pumpkin, and the first time I actually had it was when I was in Japan. It was part of a tempura plate, and it was just amazing, of course. So I decided I need to grow them. And now I've grown my own from saved seed and I am hooked. The skin on this kind of pumpkin is quite hard. And so you might find it a little bit tricky to peel, but just take your time and be careful. A better way to peel it would be cutting the skin off towards the cutting board so you don't accidentally slip and hurt yourself, because this does like to chip away. The chickens were happy because I saved these and cooked them up for them. They thought that was delightful. Now this is the kind of soup where you could puree the vegetables portion of it, but I like to keep my vegetables whole. Doesn't that look beautiful? Glenn thought that looked like a giant plate of cheese. Sorry, Glenn, not cheese. We are pretty lucky to be able to grow our own vegetables. In fact, we grow enough squash and carrots and onions and all sorts of things to last us throughout the entire winter. And a lot of them are able to store fresh, just like these ones here. Now, it is February, so it won't be long before they aren't that good anymore, so we're using them up. I am using store-bought celery for this because even though I have frozen homegrown celery, it's so flavorful that I actually just use it to make my stalks with, because it's really great there and a little goes a long way. This is a pink lady apple. It's a super sweet apple. If you don't want your soup to be a little touch on the sweet side, I wouldn't add it, but I thought it went good with the ingredients. This is my homegrown dried garlic, sage, oregano, and some salt and pepper. I started by frying some cubed chicken breast, and once it was mostly cooked and browned, I added the onions and celery. You don't have to saute these first because you are just making a soup, but I wanted to be able to put my seasonings in with them so that the seasonings had a chance to marry with the chicken and the onions and celery to start with. It helps just sort of like awaken them and get them going a little bit, I think. Now, don't be upsetty spaghetti, but I am adding 4 cups of my frozen chicken stock. That's actually brand new. I just made that in January. Now, I've never noticed that adding my frozen stock has changed my soup at all. It turns out just fine every time. Once that was boiling, I added my carrots and my pumpkin. The Kabocha is such a lovely pumpkin. If you have a chance to buy it in the store, go for it. But if you can't, just buy like another squash that has an orange flesh, like a butternut or something like that. I give that a chance to cook for a little bit until everything was almost tender. I did add a little bit of water. And once things had been bubbling for a while, I added my apple. I wanted it to have a little bit of texture left in it. Now, here's the fun part. I added about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar to this because, well, you got the salt, you need the acid. And that's something I've just learned recently. And it's wonderful. It would surprise you how well it works. Now, I did toast up some of Glenn's crusty sourdough with some Parmesan cheese on top, so that added my extra salt, and the family loved it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.